Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Oh, my God. Can you believe who we have on the show tonight? Leo said it's a diva explosion. So I'm calling it a trifecta of talent. We have Tara Connor Jones, Liz Lark Brown, LaDonna Burns. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Anyway, so we're so excited. Tonight is February 28th, 2023. Who's joined us so far? Let's see. Danielle from D's Enlightened Edits, number one. Slid right in there. First in line. D is our friend. She's amazing. She is a spiritual medium. She's a healer. She is a teacher. She is an incredible energy director. And I had a reading with Danielle a few months ago that literally shifted. It shifted the way I think. And it was incredible. So I cannot say enough about Danielle. Please check her out at damseldesigns.com, DAMCL designs.com. A lot of my friends have had readings with Danielle. Whether you believe in that stuff or not, there's nothing not to believe. She will blow your mind. And she's such a sweetheart. So check Danielle's website out. Belle Parker has joined us. She says, Maria, I love you. Not as much as I love you, Belle. Belle and I played softball together many moons ago. She was my shortstop. I was the pitcher. Wow, we had so much fun. That was really a great, great time. Rena Crignali-Bergi, my cousin and our family project manager, as Leo calls her Weather Girl. So, Rena, I'm so excited about the show in Massachusetts. May 18th, I am coming to Club Cafe on Columbus Avenue in Boston. I'm really excited about that. I was talking to the owners today and people helping me out. And I'm really, really excited. I'm going to start posting about that really soon. It's a beautiful room in the back. It's called the Moonshine Room. It holds 100. So I really want to get my Massachusetts peeps there. David Slauson. David, I've been following you. You're doing really, really well. David is our friend. He's in real estate. Chris DePiero, my brother from another mother, all married, I bet. You know what, Chris? All three of those girls that I mentioned. Oh, no, actually, LaDonna is, she's not married, but she's got her boy. And so I don't think she's available. But Chris, the other two, yeah, you know, I keep telling you to come to Brandy's and you don't listen to me. But anyway, who else? Rena Crignali-Bergi, Chris DePiero. Who else has joined us? I want to get all my people in. Shout outs to all my people. All right, so tonight I've been really trying to line this up in the best possible way because there's so many exciting things happening for these three powerhouse, incredible talents, right? All three of them have been super busy this year. And now they happen to all be my friends separately, right? But now they are all in the same show. And it's an amazing show written by an amazing man. And I cannot wait to start talking about it. So in the meantime, before we bring these beauties and talents on, let's, Leo, will you join me for a moment, my friend?
Hi.
There he is. Everybody give it up for Leo Rodriguez. Nobody makes me roll my R's like Leo Rodriguez.
That's right.
Leo is coming to town. I'm so excited. The weekend of my birthday, May 21st. And he's going to be in town for a few days. So May 22nd, we're having a huge party upstairs at the Stonewall Inn, thanks to Melissa Driscoll, who's just joined us. It was her birthday a few days ago.
Happy birthday.
I love Melissa. She's the best person.
She's a sweetheart.
She's the sweetest of the sweetest. Anyway, so she booked us the room upstairs at the Stonewall Inn, May 22nd. It's a Monday night. We're having a huge musicians party up there to celebrate Leo being in town. And so my musicians, I will reach out to you. But of course, all my friends, even if you're not a musician and you want to join us, please join us. It's going to be a gigantic sing-along extravaganza.
There was another birthday this past week that we missed, or somebody we should celebrate. Somebody very sweet and fruity.
Ah, that's a good way to describe our friend.
Our friend, Ken's Perfect Jams. I turned the music down so we can talk about all the greatness that he sends us.
Go ahead, go for it, Leo.
Well, my favorite will be coming up. There's so many flavors that he's got, but my favorite cooking one is the whiskey ginger one that I love spreading over pork ribs. Or the triple
ginger, right?
Yep. And so then he's also got. What's your favorite one to spread?
My favorite one, believe it or not, is the twisted pepper jam. And twisted pepper jam, and I am partial to the Maria jam because that is he created it for me.
That friendship series is so good.
But so this is our friend Ken Patton. He's a lovely human being. He also is a musical director. A lot of people don't know that. He's a super talented guy. And I started a company called Ken's Perfect Jams. Perfect is with a K. And I cannot say enough about his jams, as Leo and I have tried many a jam. And I give a lot of weight for gifts. I love it. Rena, I know, likes the Bellini jam. I've sent, I like the Pride jam a lot. The Love jam is delicious. Anything with the berries is really good. And the Maria.
Oh, the triple berry. Yeah, I love
that. Triple
that.
berry, that's delicious.
And you can use them for just on bread, on crackers. Oh my God, he's got me in a habit of just dipping shortbread cookies into them.
I like cooking with them too. I'm a big fan of like sweetened and spicy. So lots of times I'll marinate things with a little bit of his jam and a little spice and forget about it.
I like baking them in cookies. I like putting the jams on shortbread cookies and baking them, giving that old time kind of cookie.
Oh my God, everybody's drooling. So Ken is I'm sure Ken Patton, he's our wonderful friend. He's out in California. And if you need a gift, go to kensperfectjams.com or just a gift for yourself. And I send these gifts out all the time. You're supporting a wonderful human being that does wonderful work. He's a lovely, lovely person. So that's Ken's Perfect Jams. it was his birthday. It was Melissa's birthday. And David Foley Jr. Hottie!
Oh my goodness.
And that's his hot wife.
Hottie match hottie. That's what it's there.
Oh my God. They're from Massachusetts like me. They're my Massachusetts buddies. So it was Dave's birthday yesterday.
They weren't taking shots of your marinara, were they? That's not a fad now, is it?
No. This is so crazy. Liz, I don't know if you know about this, but Ethel's, which is around the corner from Brandy's, they bought a bunch of my bolognese a few weeks ago. And then Elliot went in there after work and he said, "You're not going to believe what was happening." He goes, "I went in there. They had heated up your bolognese and they were doing shots." Listen, anything is possible.
I'm curious as to who's the last one standing. I mean, who got under the table? Who?
I don't know. So, okay, let me see what else we have going on. Oh, Eugenia Mesa Dominguez, hi, honey, has joined us. I think you and I need to pose like this for this year's Christmas month. Listen, and she's, she is so inappropriate. Did you see what you wrote there?
Side boob. Well, is there?
Bad. Well, listen, you're the sexy one, honey, in this relationship.
No side boob.
No, there's maybe a
How
little.
about in February? No side boob.
There's Manuel. Manny,
no side boob there.
He's February.
Aww.
And as you said to me, we are sliding in to March. And who do we have for Mr. March?
Oh, we're gonna keep so warm in March because
Chauncey Dandridge.
Oh yeah.
So yes, folks, I still have about 12 left. That's it, and then they're sold out.
That's it.
This size doesn't exist anymore for this company. So if you would like your Maria, what's the story with Maria calendar? Nothing but the apron calendar for this year. Please let us know by you can either text me if you have my my phone number or email me at what's the story with Maria @gmail.com. We also I got a few totes left, just a few. I think I have about 6 left. These are discontinued. So these are 10. If you'd like one of those, the calendars are 15. And of course, we have the mugs. These are 10 as well.
Mm-mm.
And then we have your apron, your blue apron, the piece de resistance. This is 25, and these sell out all the time. So let us know if you need anything. Just reach out to us. We'll get it to you.
No, I was looking at T-shirts for us, Maria. We haven't had a good "What's the Story with Maria" T-shirt.
No, you know why I hesitate with the T-shirt? Because you need sizes.
That's true. Or you can make one fit.
Reason. I mean, unless I don't know. I just feel like t-shirts are maybe though we said the dish towels. We
That's
might
true.
have to go with the dish towels.
But I
don't
believe that there would be a whole lot of snapping going on, and I don't know that we can promote that. People not
Yeah.
wearing the back of their aprons with the
Look-
"What's the story with Maria" dish towel. You know how boys play.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! So
Look at what Judy is writing. She's really in. Oh my God, she's really bad. Healthier than booze. That could be your new slogan. Oh, I love that, Rena. Bouillonnais, healthier than booze. I love that.
Maria, we are diva full in
No,
our
I'm
green
so
room.
excited. I'm not joking. I feel like it's Christmas morning. I love all three of these people.
Such talent.
Such talent. And like I said, they all are my friends. I love all of them. I follow all of them. Their talent blows me away, but they're in the same show at the same
That's
time.
crazy. And I was lucky enough. I have not been able to meet LaDonna in person or
Oh,
Liz Lark, I don't think. But I do remember being in your living room listening to Tara sing that first time, and she just blew us away. She just
yeah.
blew that apartment away. And I've heard LaDonna and I've heard Liz sing on other recording sets. So, oh my goodness. I hope they fasten the roof.
Listen, if they didn't, then we'll just blow the roof off the place. That's it. Are we ready?
I think we are.
All right, bring them in. Ladies and gentlemen, the trifecta of talent. Liz Lark Brown, Tara Cotter Jones, and LaDonna Burns.
Hey.
Oh my God, girls, how are you?
Good. How are you? I miss you.
Good. I miss you too. I think you're probably exhausted, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Right? I've been following all three of you on Facebook and Instagram, and every time I look, you're at some promotional thing or rehearsal, or there's a clip of something going on.
Yes, we're
So-
just about to start Tech Week.
Okay, so what is that? What you and you can all fill in a different. I know it's hard when we have a lot of people going on. Why don't we go around this way, Tara? Why don't we start with you, honey? So I saw that you were at some kind of a gala last night, right? Is that right?
Yes, I was at Second Stage's Winter Gala.
And who was
Yeah.
that handsome man that you were in that picture with? That hot, tall man.
You mean Common?
Yeah,
Common?
with the beautiful beard.
Yes.
Yeah, he
That
was kind of delicious.
He was very delicious.
Oh my God! So
It
so
was
what?
definitely a moment.
I saw that. That was really great. So, LaDonna, were you there as well?
No, I was at 54 Below singing in Sondheim Unplugged.
Oh my God! All right, so there's the picture of Tara. Look at that, Tara.
You see how
are-
we were even dressed alike.
I know, and you got your hand on your hip, girl. Look at that.
It's meant to be.
It was meant to be. Wow, that's like a prom picture. I love that.
I'm here
So,
for that.
LaDonna, you were at 54 Below, Sondheim Unplugged.
Yeah.
And what did you sing, honey? What was your song? Or did you have...
I had two songs. It was my first time there, so now I'm part of the Sondheim Unplugged family. I brought back my award-winning turn as Stella Deems and Follies and sang Who's That Woman?
Oh, I love it.
Because that's the only Sondheim song that I actually technically know to perform. And then I was given another song called Like It Was from Merrily We Roll Along, which I'm a fan of now.
Yeah. That's one of those Sondheims that same thing with me. Like, I don't always pay attention.
Right.
And then I'll hear something and I'm like, oh, that's from that show?
Right.
Wow. And I mean, I know it's like tired. It seems tired, but I can't say enough about that music.
It really is magical, and I understand why people are such Sondheim fanatics.
Yes, absolutely. I think my favorite Sondheim song is I Remember Sky. That's the one that always stays with me. And that's from Evening Primrose. But I like them all. It's just beautiful. I mean, they're so beautiful. How can you not love Sondheim?
Yeah.
So you were doing that, and how did it go? Did it go well?
It was a great success. So
Yeah.
I'm very proud of myself for learning
Yeah,
I've been learning a lot of music lately and
Oh
doing
my
concerts
gosh.
at 54 below. So I'm like,
I
in addition to
know.
doing the show, I'm like, well, let
Well,
me
I
stay
mean,
busy.
all three of you are working hard. Now, Liz, I saw a clip of you and Tara, and there might have been someone else in there. It was like you were singing.
Michael. Yes, it was Michael.
Oh, okay,
Art
it was
Jackson, the
Michael.
creator of the show. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so what is it now? I don't know anything about the show, so you're all going to have to fill us in. I do
Okay.
know that Michael R. Jackson wrote A Strange Loop,
Mhm.
Hmm.
which won the Tony last year for
And the
best music.
Pulitzer,
Oh my God! Okay, and the Pulitzer,
and
and
like a bunch of other things.
Grammy nominated.
Hmm.
Grammy nominated. Wow, so this is big and it's electrifying. What's happening, right? So now this show is his next show.
Yes, his follow-up piece.
Okay, so and the piece that you were there it is, there it is.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that the
And
three.
that was 2 weeks ago on my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Liz! That's right, you're an Aquarius.
Yes.
Oh wow, yeah, I heard clips of it. I don't think we can play any clips, Leo. I think certain things, like if they haven't launched yet, I don't know. I think there's a little rule with that, but um, okay. So that particular song, what was happening in that song? If we take it, or would that be taking it out of context?
Well, we can explain. So ladies, should I try to give a two-minute
Or you
pitch of
can
what
all give.
synopsis of what the story is about?
Yes, and please,
Yeah.
because I don't know anything about it. Are you allowed to give away a little bit of like what
Oh
it's
yeah, no,
about?
we had a press event this morning where they were trying to get us to like pitch the show in 10 seconds, pitch the show in 20 seconds, and I clearly have no concept of time. I got like 2 words out there, like you're done.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it's a spoof of Michael grew up feasting on all things soap opera, everything from daytime soaps, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns, All My Children, all this stuff, to also all of those 80s, 90s Lifetime television for women films
Right,
with like
right, right.
Meredith Baxter Burney and Valerie Bertinelli and Judith Light and all that.
Okay.
And then also like Knots Landing and Dynasty, the evening ones, and then 90210, anything soapy, melodrama, like red hot, scandally, sex and skullduggery and murder, all kinds of stuff. So that he's spoofing all of that while also making a social satire and kind of like a searing point of how Black women don't get represented in their own stories. Even they don't get to be centered in their own stories. So it's a really landing a
Wow.
point about representation while being this outsized
Yeah.
crazy box of crazy.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, no, I knew it was going to be something intense because I know he is intense
Mhm.
and he has so much to say and he says it in such an interesting way.
Yes, like
So
nobody else.
and what is the role? Let's go back to LaDonna. LaDonna, what is the role that you play
I am Tara's understudy.
okay. All right. So
So
you two have the same role, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Nell Carter Gibbs.
okay. Okay, what do we need to know about Nell Carter Gibbs?
She's the mama.
She is a
She
mama.
is the mama of this. She is the Black mama of the story because Liz plays all the other mothers.
Okay.
So,
So she's powerful then.
oh yeah,
Yes,
Powerful.
oh
and
yeah.
Tara and LaDonna, either of them are going to bring I mean, Tara has already been bringing the room down with the like 11 o'clock number of the show. Man, people were throwing shoes and standing up and screaming, and Tara is killing it. And
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
it's
Well,
absolutely that's gonna bring people to their feet every night
Stop it, Leo.
without it.
Leo, stop it.
Leo has already been singing your praises. And I know all of you and as friends and also I'm a big fan of all of yours too. I love what you bring to the table. So I'm very excited now about what you're going to be doing. And like I've seen clips of it, and it's like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. Are there going to be previews? I know that March 15th to May 21st is the actual run. Does that include the previews, or is that
Yes.
that includes the
Yes.
previews? Okay.
Previews are March 15th to April 9th, and then our opening
Oh, okay.
is
Good
April,
to know. Okay,
Yeah.
to April 9th.
And we open
and then April 10th is open. Yeah.
Oh my God, April 10th. And that is at the Second Stage Theater, which is on 43rd Street between 8th and 9th Avenue.
correct.
Mhm.
So it's centrally located, super easy to get to. Now, is that where you're previewing it and then they're hoping for it to go to a bigger, or is that just like, we're just throwing that out there? Or is that from your
If-
mouth to God's
look,
ears?
If the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, honey, that's...
I love it. I love it. Now, there goes Leo again. So, Tara, you had a super busy year this year. You did Little Shop of Horrors, right?
Yeah, I did Little Shop. I did 2 productions of The Color Purple. I did my nail show from Birmingham
Yes.
to Broadway. And
White Christmas.
something else.
Oh,
White Christmas.
Christmas.
Thank you.
LaDonna. Yeah,
I was like,
you've always,
something else.
and LaDonna, you haven't stopped either. You haven't stopped. You were kind of like right out of the gate with after COVID. You were singing outdoors and all kinds of stuff, right?
Oh, I did that random Blues Brothers live thing out at Radio Park in Queens, and
Yeah.
we
The
were
one where I came to see it, and the night I come to see it, you don't want to be there.
well, because
I'ma
I
let it
was
go.
also
I'm still a little salty.
Broadway Inspirational Voices. You know, we basically opened up the Little Island concert area,
Yeah.
the amphitheater. So the night that Tara came, I was doing the Broadway Inspirational Voices concert. And I've done a couple of holiday song shows for them. And then last year I was just gone. I was just not in New York. I was in DC for 3 months working on a world premiere of a musical called Grace at Forest Theater. Then I ran off to do Sister Act in North Carolina. And then when I wasn't working, I was out of the country.
You know what? We can't catch you. We can't catch you.
Right?
I was in Panama, and then I spent a month in Portugal. So
wow.
Ooh.
I
That
know.
must have been amazing.
it was.
You know, Portugal seems to be the new like hotspot, right?
Oh,
Like,
I love
It
it.
does, yeah.
Everybody that I know that started traveling again after COVID. Lisbon was one of the first places they were going, and the pictures were gorgeous. But I wouldn't think to go there.
I love Lisbon. Well, we're and yes, I am taken, as Maria said.
Yes, we know that.
My boo Chris.
He's so sweet.
We're trying to, like, the plan is to probably eventually move to Portugal.
Ooh.
Lisbon.
Really?
I will still probably have a place here and be bicontinental instead of
girl.
bicoastal.
As you should.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's
And
beautiful.
I see you, Kenny. I see you, Kenny.
Yep. As a matter of fact, let's check in with our wonderful people. So Andy Prasky has joined us. Andy is an amazing filmmaker and director. He's our friend. He's just an incredible guy. Sondheim, only top 40 hit.
Send it in the clowns. Yeah.
Yeah, Send in the Clowns. Absolutely, you're right. Kenny says, "Hello, friends. I wish I could see this." I know, Kenny. Well, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll go on tour. Let me see. Leo was caught in the spirit, says Danielle. That's right. And I wish I could have been in LaDonna Sondheim Unplugged. I know. Anything LaDonna does is like magical. So let me just also check, because I look on this, and I also look at we are broadcasting on my Facebook page, on the What's a Story with Maria Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and you're all welcome to share it on your pages as well. If you want to share it now, you can. It'll run live. So let me see. Shannon Hetzel has joined us. Hi, Shannon. How you doing, honey? Michael Barberi has joined us. John Bronson has joined us.
Hey.
how much do we love John Bronson, who's doing The Harder They Come, right?
So great.
Right?
Did
So
you see
proud.
it?
Yes.
Yes.
And I know
messed
Tara
up.
did. I saw the pictures. I'm going to see it next Sunday, I think.
Have a good
Melissa's.
time.
I can't wait. I can't wait. John's amazing, and so he's been super busy this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super busy. And now, like, also Liz, you worked on a show with John
Yes, in
last summer.
during the pandemic, more, I guess, almost. We sort of like slipped away to a
Like a
religion. I
retreat?
mean, it was like an unused religious retreat that the company leased or rented for the month, and
Yeah.
quarantined a company, basically 60 people quarantined on this, or 60, I don't know what. John can tell you in the comments how many people, but yeah, we quarantined and stayed in our respective or dorm rooms for several days until we all tested and lived in pods, and yeah. Anyway, yes, and then it went to Tennessee after
Okay.
that.
What was and the name of that show was
That was Henry Box Brown.
Henry Box Brown, right? So you worked on that, and now you've been. Now, have all three of you been involved with this production that you're working on now since the beginning?
No, I haven't. I only came on in October at auditions, and once I got hired, I started this in January, end of January, in rehearsals.
Okay. Wow.
I
All right. So
I have been with it since the beginning. LaDonna was there in the beginning as
Yeah.
well.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So because I know Liz, because we talked about it, because Liz and I worked together at Brandy's, although Liz now is subbing out because of course she's doing this, which is great. But we've talked about it a lot. So Leo, can you pop that on one more time? I love I love the graphics of it too. So I just think it's so cool. I got one in the mail. Actually, I was like,
Oh,
oh my
great.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one in the mail, and I was like, this is
Uh-oh.
really cool. So now that you've explained it, Liz, that it's kind of like a spoof on soap operas and those women of that era, now it totally makes sense.
Right.
Okay,
And I actually didn't give the main plot point, being that it's a soap opera town called All White.
Oh,
So it's
jeez.
sort of not of this earth, and so the
Yeah.
characters kind of know there's a writer writing their stories, and their stories can change at any moment.
Oh,
And there's kind of
wow.
two sects of people. So there's the all white characters, and they get all of the like hot storylines, and then there's the background characters, and they have to play out repetitive storylines
Oh
of
my God, this is
police
intense.
violence and enslavement stories. And so the main character, Keisha Gibbs, played by Latoya Edwards, so she's playing the lady's daughter here, and she wants to break out and get her own. She wants to be the star of her own story, so she wants
Right.
to infiltrate the all-white world and get the interesting, fun, exciting storyline. And
Wow.
so
This is really intense.
Yeah.
It is quite
I mean, it
intense.
really
It
is. I mean, it's a brilliant concept, but it's really intense. It's also like hits hard, So,
Yes.
but there's a lot of comedy in it as well, right?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay.
And don't bring your children.
No.
No problem. Listen, that is just fine with me. I teach kids and I love kids, but it's nice to leave them home too.
No
Yes.
babies.
And
Cer-
let your teenagers go with their friends. This is not a show that you want to sit next to your kid, and your kid does not want to sit next to their parents.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good
I'm
to
going to say
know.
that.
That is
Yes.
good to know. So you would say it's probably rated R then, right?
Oh, X.
Oh. Oh, okay.
No, NC-17.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
It's not quite
L-
X. NC-17.
Lyrically and topically, nobody's showing side boob. Sorry, Judy, but
I know. And Judy loves the old side boob. My girlfriend is just, she's, how she is. But wow. Okay. So I now how much more? So you're doing tech this week. So now
Mhm.
what are you just you're just rehearsing it, or you're getting ready to go, right? You're like basically in the wings getting ready to go, right? Everything's you're all off book, I'm assuming.
Eh.
Okay. All
No,
right.
Mostly.
I just started rehearsal a week ago.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. They
All
don't
right.
I'm
give
about
they don't give the
90.
understudies.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say they don't give you
No, I was gonna.
enough time.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, that's the story of the understudy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, that's just the way it goes. But now, Tara, did you know anything about this show before you auditioned for it? Did you know much
I did
about
not.
it?
Nope. I knew of it, but I didn't know what it was really about.
And had you ever met Michael
And
before this? Michael R. Jackson?
I had not. No, I had not.
Okay.
This all was very divinely orchestrated.
Hmm.
Very,
Yeah,
very much
as you
so.
often will remind us on Facebook and different and
Yeah,
I agree with you. I'm on the same page as you.
Was it John
yeah. It
Bronston
was
that told you about the breakdown, Tara?
no,
Oh
no, it
no,
wasn't
okay.
John. A friend I worked with over the summer emailed me and said to me, I got this breakdown from my agent. Number one, it's too high for me. Number two, it sounds like you.
Mm,
Tell your agent to submit you. If he doesn't, you should self submit. This is your
okay.
role.
Yeah.
And I emailed my agent and reached out to another friend, just putting feelers out, and finished my show I was doing at the time, which was Little Shop. I want to say, and I got back
Oh,
here
right.
about
You did
3
that too,
weeks.
right.
I got back here about 3 weeks later and got a phone call to come in for a callback.
Yeah, so it's
And it
this is so
started
here's
from there.
I'm going to shift it over a little bit now. This is what I'd like to talk about because this show is about creative people and the reality of living as a creative person, and what that really means. Like a lot of people will see things and be like, "Oh, wow, that's an overnight success," and that, as far as I'm concerned, there is no such thing as an overnight success. Not in this town.
No.
And people, oh, there goes Leo again. There goes Leo again. And people don't always get to see, like, and we that live in New York know how hard, like the grind, the just staying in the game over and over, and that all that work that it takes and all that training and all those hopes and dreams and the disappointments and then the callbacks and the first refusals, and then we decided not to do it. I mean, this is a constant happening in New York City, and anybody that's in the game knows it. And so you have all been at this a long time. Like, this is one show, and it's going to be an amazing show. And I'm very much looking forward to it, as everybody is. But you've all been in a ton of stuff. LaDonna, you did Carolina Change a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a huge deal. I mean, everybody just raved about it. And you've done a ton of stuff. And Liz, all of you have done a ton of stuff. Now, what is it that keeps you? And we'll go around. What keeps you in the game? What is something that you use to say, I got to stay on this. I got to stay on this. What makes you want to keep not just treading water, but really swimming and navigating the waters of this kind of a life? Let's start with LaDonna.
I am, in May will be my 22nd year in New York. And I can't believe I just said, wow.
Yeah.
And I've just come too far to stop now, I also, it's been a crazy roller coaster too, though. I mean, as you talked about Carolina Change, that was 2019, and I was on a real big high, and then the pandemic happened, and it was like, right when the tide has risen and I am on top, the world stops and the business stops. So I was like, so it was one of those things like, well, there's plenty of other things I can do, but I don't want to do them.
Right.
So this is what I want to do. And, I just always have an unwavering faith about these things. And I just know there's a lot of people in my corner, and you just never know who's putting you out there for stuff.
Right.
my whole Ford's theater thing. I was just minding my own business and I did the BIV. It was Christmas concert, and the next day I had an email asking me to submit for this understudy part and of this new musical. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't think I was going to get it, but I was like, well, here it goes. I had my iPad in my hand the whole time.
Right.
And then I booked it. It was so weird because it was like that day, I just remember saying to myself, I had my first in-person audition that day. And when I got home, I said to Chris, I need the same energy that was the year before, because the previous fall, I started teaching again at Manhattan School of Music.
Right.
And they gave me a course I'd never taught before for a whole semester. And I was feeling very imposter syndrome-y.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I've been there.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been there.
because
Yeah.
I looked at the faculty and all these people have Tony Awards. And I haven't been on Broadway yet. I'm like, what am I doing here? Are these kids going to listen to me? And so that semester, I had so many people offer me jobs straight out, and I could not take. I had to say no
Right.
because I wanted to commit to at least one semester to get my bearings with this class.
Right.
And so I said to Chris last year, I'm like, well, this is 2021. I said, I need the same energy of all those people coming at me now that I am available. And
Yeah.
as soon as I said that, I checked my email and I had a direct offer for Sister Act. And the people from Fords were like, I think the casting person was like, I think you're about to get this job. And I'm like, what? And then found out a couple days later that it was Michael McElroy
Yeah.
who gave them my name. And I'm like
I know.
you never know who's watching or
You
listening.
never
to you.
know who's watching or listening. And the thing is, you're right. It's like, it's hard to, here's the thing about this town. And then I'd like to keep going around. It's so hard to be available and make a living. So
Right.
you have to make a living. You have to pay your bills. And yet you have to be like, sure, I'll do it. I'll do it. And then get, like LaDonna, when I met you, you were working at Brandy's as well.
Right.
And that I used to fill in for you. You would
Yeah.
go and do shows and they'd be like, can you work for LaDonna? So that was how I got into Brandy's, filling in for you,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be able to, that's why jobs like that, like I always find, are very good. And Liz, you work there and you do shows, and you work at Stonewall, you go off and do shows. And Tara, you were a teacher for many, many, many years.
Mhm.
Right? So it's like,
Yeah,
you
I
are,
taught in the Florida system for 22 years, and
yeah,
19 of those in classroom.
right. So, it's like, it's a lot. But so Liz, how do you, what do you tell yourself to stay in the game?
Huh. Well, as LaDonna said, I guess I've been in the game, like I laid a lot of groundwork with a number of people, and I felt that all the people that I worked with were excellent. And so I just had the faith that something had to come of something had to come from something at some
Mhm.
point. And I just kept kind of going based on that.
Right. Right.
I guess.
So
And also I don't really enjoy doing anything else. So
yeah. Yeah.
I think when I was younger, I had sort of an unwavering feeling inside that something was going to happen for me. More recently, I'm less faithful of that, and more skeptical and unsure of,
But
as to how.
then it happens. Then it
Right,
happens.
right.
That's the
So
thing too. And Tara, we've talked about this a lot in the past about, you were a teacher, you were in classrooms, but there were always people that were saying, you need to go out there and you need to give this a chance. You're singing because you always were a singer, and you need to get out there, right?
Right. Well, I started theater at 16, which has been a very long time ago now. My first show was Ain't Miss Haven. And it's what I wanted with everything in me. I went to my high school art school And when I graduated, my mother, like many mothers of that day, said, "Yeah, New York is great, but you need an education."
Hmm.
And so I went to college. And that turned into 3 years of teaching, to 5 years of teaching, to 10 years of teaching, to getting married, to all of that stuff. And I think for me now, I think because it took so long for me to get back to what I knew I always wanted,
Right.
there is no other choice
Hmm.
at this point
Yep.
for me. It's all or nothing, like all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like yeah, there is nothing else for me to do.
Right. And there's
There's nothing to
also,
go back to.
I mean, I'm older than all of you. So for me, it's this sense of urgency. It's just the sense of like, no, 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 I don't want to waste another second doing
Yeah.
anything I don't want to do. Like
Tomorrow's
whatever it
not
is.
promised. Tomorrow's not promised. I've had
No,
way too many friends younger than me pass away
I
in the
know.
past few years.
I hear you 100%, honey. I mean, as awful as that sounds, but it's a reality. We all have gone down that road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which is
so,
why I say, Maria, I was like these last few nights I've been incredibly tired. And the lady who I rent from, she's such a dear person. But she says to me all the time, "Yeah, you're tired, but you can rest when you're dead. You're
Hey.
my mother used
young."
to, my mother used to say that you can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah.
She said, "You're young. Go out, go live, go have a good time, you know." And yeah, I'm tired, but oh my God, I don't regret any of the last few nights, the
Mhm.
last few moments. I'm like, when will I have that opportunity again? Hopefully a lot more times. But I can't
Yeah.
say I missed it the last few nights. It was fun, all of that. And I really believe what she says. Like, I got time to rest later, and this is not it, honey. It's winning time. It's time to
Yeah,
go get.
absolutely. These are the good old days. You know, like I always think
Right?
that as and I felt that. I've been in New York for 33 years, and I've always felt that when I'm in New York. These, whatever's happening, whatever, if I'm in a show or if I'm working on a project or I'm whatever it is, I feel like this is it. Like, photograph this, Maria. Remember this moment. Remember these people. Remember this group. This is incredible. And I think that as long as we're always grateful for what we have, and we're always like ready to be available emotionally and spiritually and artistically, like, how can you lose? How can you lose? You know? And we know what that feels like, because with that pandemic just wiped us all out. And like LaDonna
Yeah.
was saying, like LaDonna was like, see, there she was on that roll, and then it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You
So
have to have that faith, though. I like want to say to anyone that is feeling down or like it's too late for them. None of us are young kids in our 20s, like, because we all
What?
see all these children in our 20s, in their 20s, getting their big Broadway break and stuff straight out of school, and you can't base your career and your trajectory on other people.
Right.
You
no,
really
no.
Exactly. Right.
can't. And I know that I feel like I'm even better of an actress today than I was even when I did Caroline. And that all comes from like life and living. And the whole time I've been a professional actress, I just got an agent in August
Right, you
of
see?
last year.
And I'm
Right.
seeking representation right now. So
So that's what I'm
there's
saying.
agents.
It's like, do not, and it really has been a game changer. Like, I'm all beat up because after this is over, I have to finish doing this self-tape. Like, even
Right.
people think, oh, you're in a show now, you can relax. There's no relaxing, because I have to book my next show.
And
Yeah.
I'm doing cheat sheets as
See,
we speak.
yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
like I just got another one, and I'm like, I am still you. I was even thinking, oh, I can relax and just work on White Girl in Danger right now. No,
Right.
my email has been blown up, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Right. I know. And that's the way it is. Like, like even like the self-tape stuff now is
Yeah.
really, really big. People that don't are not in the business. What it used to be is we used to go to auditions in person a lot because I don't as much do theater, but I definitely have done commercials and voiceovers. And same thing, it's all self-tape now, and it's all like self-record and sending in. And sometimes you're literally going out the door to work that night, and you'll get a something from your agent that says, honey, sorry to bother you, but I need this thing by blank, blank, blank. And you're like, what? Like,
Yeah.
and you have to do it. You have to do it. That's it. I don't care if it's 4 a.m. and you got to set up your camera in your room and your lights and get dressed and put on your makeup. You got to do it, or send a tape and whatever, voiceovers, all that stuff, and the equipment you have to buy. And, people don't realize, they think that a lot of people that aren't in our business think that we just kind of show up. It's all glamour. It's a lot of alone time. Trying to say, like, okay, don't cry now. Get it together. Don't cry.
Yeah.
Get out there and do that tape, and just have to believe. And then, like I said, like so many times, it's like, oh, you were so close, like so close to something. But you got to keep going, and you got to keep going. Because I always tell myself, God has bigger plans. God has bigger plans.
Yep.
So
I agree.
We're going to take a second because I have to do the food section of our show.
Hey.
I will apologize ahead of time to all of you wonderful people who have broken bread with me, but I am eating alone tonight. But this is what I made. I stay creative because I asked my friends to come on, talk about their creativity. So I have to stay creative. And what did I make tonight? I've been on the keto off and on for forever. Tonight I went off a bit. That's it. I needed some pasta. So what did I make? I made a pappardelle, which is like a long kind of noodles with capers, garlic, butter, a little bit of tomato paste. I love
You're killing me.
I know. And sherry. So I made, and a little bit of cream.
Come
A
on.
little bit of cream. I know. How beautiful is that? So, because I had to go off, I needed pasta. So I made that for myself tonight. But listen, girls, as soon as you open it, anytime you want to come over for dinner, I would love to cook.
Did you make that pasta or did you buy that pasta?
No, I bought it at Trader Joe's. You know how much I love Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I love Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's is the best, and it's affordable. So for my salad, Tara and I are big lovers of salads, and we often talk about we will exchange recipes on salads. So tonight, my love, I made a red leaf lettuce with Persian cucumbers and baby red peppers and Kalamata Greek olives.
Ooh,
I love
Isn't that nice? Me too. And I'm going to put a nice gremolata olive oil and a fig infused vinegar on
what?
them. Yes, girl.
Ooh.
I need to.
Go ahead.
You haven't
Keep
had your
eating.
food yet.
I know. Listen, I'd love to cook for you anytime. Just let me know. You girls come over. I will hook this up. Tara knows.
Yes,
And then
it's so good.
for
It's very
dessert,
good. Yes.
for dessert, I just have Trader Joe's marshmallow and dark chocolate.
Ooh.
Thank you.
What?
Malamars.
Yes,
Trader Joe's
Yeah.
Malamars.
but there's no
But
cookie
dark.
on the bottom.
It's just a dark chocolate covered marshmallow.
Yes,
Oh.
that's it.
I don't like marshmallows.
I love marshmallows.
I love them when they come in
Right.
chocolate.
I am
Yeah.
marshmallow.
Yeah. So
Yo.
anyway, I'm sorry to have done that because I know everybody's hungry probably, but I have to cook. I'm not going to stop cooking. That part of our show is called Go Ahead.
Go ahead.
Keep eating.
eating.
That's right. And that line is from A Raging Bull. All the Italians know that.
I
big
love
line.
that.
That's ridiculous movie. Go ahead, keep eating. Anyway, let's just check in with some of our friends.
Mandar shows up after the recipes have been
I know.
mentioned.
Mandar, who was our friend, Mandar Chick Magnet, we call him because he was always flanked by beautiful women. I don't know how he does it. Trader Joe's marshmallow. Yeah, he always will write down my recipes. He has joined us. Who else has joined us? That Ed Kutu, my friend. Hi, Eddie. Eddie, I'm doing a show in Boston May 18th at Club Cafe, which is a beautiful, beautiful venue. And I have that back room. So I'll send you a little something. Maybe you
Bringing it back to Beantown.
It's called Bringing It Back to Beantown. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. And my angel on my shoulder there is my musical director and best friend, Lynn Portis.
Genius.
So I'm very much looking forward to that show. So, and that, you know, that's another thing. Chauncey Dandridge has joined us. Yes, Chauncey.
Yes.
Can we show Mr. March again? Mr. March is Chauncey Dandridge.
Hold on, everybody,
He
get
is-
your flame retardant stuff because it's gonna get hot in
It's
a
gonna
second.
get hot.
Oh,
Here-
let's get hot.
It's hot. Where is my? I mean him.
Here he is. Bam!
Oh!
Whoa! Chauncey Dandridge.
Chauncey.
Hottie, hottie.
Side cleavage.
Side cleavage. That's
Side
right.
men.
Not to be outdone by February though.
February. Let me see what Mr. February looks like. Because we are still in the month of February.
Oh.
Manny Soto. There he is, our Puerto Rican representative.
Notice the red for February.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The little red bear.
Oh, I barely noticed that.
I saw that. And of course, David Foley Jr. and his beautiful wife were Mr. and Mrs. September this year.
Oh.
They will be. Yeah, so it was his birthday. We showed them a little while
Yeah, my fifth
ago.
focus. There we go.
Yeah, this is there they are now. And Carrie Lynn, his beautiful wife, is a dancer, as you can see in this and this shot. You can see that she is a dancer. She's beveling a little bit there. So anyway, okay, so we have a lot of our friends are posing for our calendar. This is called the Nothing But the Apron calendar, and I still have we ordered a bunch of them. I have 12 left. So if you are interested in this calendar, it's only $15. Just let me know and I'll get it out to you. That's a lot of fun. We do a lot of kooky things. I always like to do something crazy. Okay, so now we are coming. We got about 6 minutes left to our show. All right, so we've talked about, we want to remind everybody, if you've just popped on, that these three beautiful ladies who happen to be my friends are doing a show called White Girl in Danger. It's Michael R. Jackson, not to be confused with Michael Jackson. Michael R. Jackson won a Tony for A Strange Loop, and also you said a Pulitzer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And a Grammy.
Grammy nominated.
He's Grammy
Nominated.
nominated.
Okay.
Into the Woods one.
Yeah.
Oh, right. All right.
See
Okay.
that face like,
All right.
If you have to losing to
I
Sondheim,
guess, but I'm like, they don't already have an award for that show.
right?
I
you
know,
know.
I know. And that was a revival, right?
Okay, that's what I'm like.
But that is a name, if you've never heard that name before, and I hadn't heard of Michael R. Jackson before Strange Loop. So I was one of those people that was like,
No,
oh,
he's a newcomer to the Broadway scene. I mean, he
He's-
came up with that, right? I mean, I'm sure it took years
Yeah.
to get to where he was, but he's kind
Many.
of taken it by storm, I believe, since that production.
but of the interviews I've seen, he's also really sweet.
He's
Yeah.
such a kind
He's
person.
really sweet. It's very nice to, it's one of those great stories where you're like, wow, like the good guy is winning,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know?
LaDonna and I have seen iterations of A Strange Loop for 15 years
Yeah. From day one.
from day one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been friends with him, and he has been working on it, polishing. It started as like a monologue, like 19 or 20 years ago, I think.
Wow.
And
Where's
then he
he
just
from,
kept-
Liz? He's from
Detroit.
Detroit.
Okay. LaDonna went up there a little bit. She went up on the high note.
Detroit. Motor City.
LaDonna, where are you from?
Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Liz, you're a local girl, right? You're Long Island, right?
I am Long Island. Yeah.
And Tara, you're Florida, FLA, right?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville.
Ooh,
Okay.
Tara, I bet you can never go back to teaching right now in Florida. Not to
I
get political, but
would
I
not.
bet you
Look,
you are gritting your
So,
teeth.
let me tell you, Leo. I'm supposed to renew my certificate in June. I have already decided I'm not renewing it. I would go work somewhere and greet people at the door before they had me back in the classroom again.
Right.
Especially
Good
in
for
I
Florida.
have made that decision. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay no money for no college course to go get these extra hours. I'm not doing
No.
that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I will go work at Walmart and welcome people to Walmart with my nice little vest on. Because you want to know, I was telling my former principal this the other day. What I have learned, the older I get, the more I realize I don't need as much as I thought I needed.
Whoa, that is deep.
Mhm.
Yes.
I can live very, very well on not as much as I thought I used to need all before. Peace
Yes.
of mind, is worth more than all of that I used to make.
I agree.
Absolutely.
That's where I am with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's
Mhm.
profound and very,
Mhm.
very true. And what I think it is too as you get older, because as I said, I'm probably older than all of you, and it's just that you have no tolerance for anymore.
Right.
Like the
Nope.
tolerance, right, LaDonna?
Mine's gone.
Mm-mm.
You're like,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Isn't it funny though? I think that we all go through this same passings into adulthood. As we go, our 20s, we're supposed to be this, 30s, this, 40s, 50s, and we all come to this place of curmudgeonness, so to speak. I mean, I live on a mountain above everybody, away from all. So, but isn't it funny how we think of different generations as different, but we're all going through that same, was that Shakespearean monologue? All the world's a stage, and we're all just merely players, and we all have our groups, and I'm right behind
Yeah.
you with curmudgeon-y and
But you know what it is? It's not, because
curmudgeon.
to me, it's just it's self-acceptance.
Mhm.
Really,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's been for me. And I think that's what I'm hearing from the ladies as well. It's like, you just get to a place where you're like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, I don't really, it doesn't matter there's a great saying in AA that says, what other people think of me is none of my
None of my
business.
business.
Mm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I feel that now. I really feel that. But what I think of me is important,
Right.
And in order to think highly of myself, I have to take care of myself now, and that means setting boundaries. And that means you know what? You can't push me anymore. Like, I'm good. I hear where you're coming from, and I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this is where I'm at. And I think that's a good thing. And I think,
I've learned to love from afar. I think it's great. You do you. I love you, but
right,
from over here.
right.
From where?
Yeah.
I know.
Be
I
good.
know.
Leo.
All right. Well, listen, I could talk to you all for hours on end, and I love you. I wish I could hug you. I can't jump through the screen and hug you, but if you were here, I'd be hugging you a lot. So I do love all of you. I want you to leave, and I as soon as like there's a little breathing room. I know you're super busy right now, but as soon as there's a little breathing room, I hope that you will come to my house and I can cook for you.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to doing that. That should be nice. Maybe when
thank you.
Leo
That would be
comes to
lovely.
visit, maybe after the show closes.
Mhm.
Once the show closes, Leo will be in town, and then maybe we can all break bread. Also,
Manja.
May 22nd at the Stonewall Inn, I'm throwing a big musicians party. Like,
Oh.
yes, and Leo's going to be in town. My birthday's May 21st, the day you girls close. So I'm throwing a big party up there. So and I'll bring food and all kinds of stuff as well. I
That'll be
would,
fun.
Give
I
him the
want,
shoulder shimmy to that. Yes.
let me
Yeah.
see that. Let me see that. Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah,
I
Sexy
love
shimmy,
that.
girl.
I love that shoulder shimmy. Okay, now let's leave our audience with something that's going to uplifting. What would you say? And we all go around a circle. What would you say to someone that is maybe struggling right now creatively or thinks this isn't worth it? Whether it's a kid, whether it's an adult, anybody. What would you say to someone to keep them uplifted, even in hard times? Let's start with Tara.
I would say to keep going, and to also ask yourself the hard questions and be honest with yourself. That's something I've been asking a lot of my friends. Are you happy? Does it
Mhm.
really make you happy? If
Wow.
it does not make you happy, then maybe there has to be a redirect. If it
Wow.
does make you happy, go full out, bomb to the wall,
Okay.
and just do it. Don't stop.
I love it.
But ask that question of yourself also.
Beautiful. That's great. Liz, what do you think? What would you leave people with that?
I would agree with that, but I would also say take a break.
Mm.
What's there's nobody, if you're stressing, if you're sad, breathe. Give yourself some breathing room and whether it's a little one like taking a nap or taking a few weeks or months or a year to do something else or to just whatever else, brings you rest or peace or reactivates your creativity in a different way. Maybe that's part of your redirect, or maybe it's just refocusing and you come back to the same thing with a renewed spirit.
I love it.
All right.
And LaDonna, what do you think, honey?
Create your own thing. And even if it's just poetry that only you read, or we have the TikTok now, the children do the TikTok. People make these videos, even if it's just making little videos. I'm starting to make videos of reactions I have to things.
You got a great reaction face.
So, it doesn't have to be for mass consumption. Just create something for yourself. Paint something, draw something, do something creative.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Leo, I want you to jump in here too. What would you leave us with tonight?
You got to believe. You have to. At the heart of it, you got to believe. Like you guys were believing that you didn't have any snow, and I sent you some from California.
I know.
You're into
I'm about to send you a whole bunch more because we got a whole bunch.
No, take it back.
I
You
like
don't
it.
want it.
I like a little snow. I'm from Boston, so I like a little snow. But
A little snow, but yeah.
all right. Well, I agree with everything everybody said, and to me, it's just like just keep writing. Like I write a lot. I whatever it is, like even on little pieces of paper, sometimes something will come into my mind, and I just write it or I record it. Like I even send emails to myself constantly from my phone. I'll think of something that'll come into my head. I'm like, and I do it. So just keep recording what comes into your brain and what comes through you. Like we're channels for. I do feel that we're channels for something higher. That we are vessels. We are vessels for that. So don't underestimate what is happening to you. And we're everybody in this right here. This is a beautiful group. I'm so happy that for all of you, and I love all of you, and I'm so proud to know you, but I also love you deeply. So thank you for taking the time to be here with me and Leo. And so let's not forget, folks, please go and see these wonderful women March 15th to 21st at the Second Stage Theater. The name of the show is White Girl in Danger by Michael R. Jackson. So this is LaDonna Burns, Liz Lark Brown, Tara Connor Jones, me and Leo, and we'll see you next week. Every Tuesday.
Love you, Leo. Love you, Maria.
Love you.
Love you, Leo. Miss you.
Thank you so much.
Love you
I will
guys.
see you guys soon.
All right.